All right. We're live. Making sure I sound good. Go ahead and start the gameplay. Hey, guys. There we go. All right, guys. Welcome. Hello. Let me know if you can hear me. Hey, guys. Hello. Welcome. It's been a while. We're looking at some Mirage gameplay here. So I figured it would be a good opportunity to stream. I haven't streamed in forever. And I just want to play gameplay in the background, answer your questions, and show you a little more of this game that didn't, get into my video. So I hope you guys are excited for that. All right. So let me start with some questions. Yeah, just drop questions in chat. There were already some before I started live, so I'll just start with those questions. Okay. Will it really live up to the hype? Is a hard question to answer. I did not see any iPhone gameplay. I actually saw that afterwards. They did not tell me anything about that. Does the parkour feel as bad as Valhalla? Not to me. No. And actually, let's go back a little bit. So this is the first part of the game where you're sort of walking around with your street thief friend. I felt that parkour definitely felt quicker. Definitely felt like you were moving faster. That's something they told us. And as I played more, thank you, Taro K, for the super chat, man. Appreciate you. Thanks. It definitely feels faster. 100%. There's some transition stuff that I still think could be faster. But as far as his movements, his just run speed feels quicker. As you could tell, some of the animation is the same, which I expected. I keep telling people that I don't think you should go into this expecting unity, which sounds kind of funny to say, but I think it needs to be repeated over and over. Don't expect unity, because it's not unity. This is Valhalla with changes. So some enhancements to make things feel smoother, look faster, and it feels faster too. So yeah, there's a lot of questions about how parkour changes. I wouldn't say that it necessarily changes. Let's actually skip deeper into my gameplay here. So this is the second part where I was able to, run around the city with an actual, robe on. I just want to show you some, kind of extended. Let's skip forward a little bit. Where I'm actually jumping. See, I got stuck there. Okay, there we go. Oh, just kidding. This is where I jumped off and then I didn't get good footage for a video of me diving for the leap of faith. Okay, let's jump down. Now we'll do some parkour. Sorry for the setup gameplay. Okay, here you go. So yeah. I've always had a problem. I don't know if you guys have this problem with Valhalla. I don't think it's a game problem. See, look at this parkour right here. I stopped right there. Can't remember why I stopped right there. Oh, I think I was talking to Joy Raptor. He was telling me to look at the armor dice, which are actually pretty cool. I think you can clearly look at it and it's faster. But specific like mechanical things, I think I'd have to do like a side-by-side with Valhalla to show you guys. Oh yeah, look at that Master Assassin outfit. Look at that. Isn't that kind of sick? I would have worn that more. They also have these talismans that hang off of Bassam's body, and there's like some physics to go along with it, which is pretty interesting. And here's some look at weapons. Man, there are definitely some things I did not show in my reveal video. All right, let's skip forward a little bit here. Okay. The sprint. That's what I was going to say. The sprint is something that screws me up in Valhalla, and it kept screwing me up in this game. So sometimes Bassam would be moving, and I want him to sprint, but then he's just kind of lumbering slowly. Whether that's a game problem or a me problem, I think it's a me problem. But once he's moving at full speed, he definitely feels faster than A4. Do I think the game is difficult is a good question. Let's skip ahead to... So it depends on how you're playing the game. So let's skip ahead to me doing some sort of assassin-y gameplay. I think the changes they made to the detection system made it feel better from a difficulty standpoint. So I remember, oh, here's something with parkour that was goofy. See right there? I tried to just jump off, and it did sort of the hold, and I had to get back up to reinitiate it, and then keep going. But back to what I was saying, the detection made it feel easier than I was expecting, because it worked. Now, I fundamentally believe that you need a lot more time with stealth in these games to know whether it's working perfectly. So I can't be like, yeah, it works perfectly. From what I played, it worked very well. I was never seen when I didn't think I was supposed to be seen, if that makes sense. Shinai says, I feel like they should have changed the animation of sprinting because it's the same as Eivor. It's very, very similar to Eivor. It feels like Bassam leans forward more, which is welcome. But yeah, so this is what I was trying. So they still have this stuff in the game, which I don't know. I really did not like this in Valhalla. Look at me struggle so hard to knock off the lock on that door. But this stuff is back. I hated it in Valhalla because it felt like every single house that had like a chest turned into a puzzle, and it just became tedious because there was so much of it. But anyway, oh yeah. So you see that guy? I think he heard my throwing knife, and I don't know why he's going over that way. So he ran away. This is where Pong's tea leaves are. Yeah. This is the mission I was on. So then the guy comes back up the stairs, goes back to his normal place. So I went ahead and took him out there. So that right there felt pretty quick. I don't know if y'all caught that. The transition there, just me clicking the assassination button. I was pleasantly surprised by some of that stuff, because clicking the assassinate button in Valhalla, it felt really slow sometimes. And it was like, Eivor, hurry up. Like, hurry up, please. So anyways, this is me parkouring all the way back. Sorry that my software does that. That's not very nice to look at. Stranger on the internet, because you're spamming, I can see your question. Did I see the AC1 nostalgic filter? No. I think I could have, but no. I wasn't really interested in that. Okay, let's just go ahead and start some more gameplay here, because I've got some parkour here. So I think I think it's a mistake to look at some of this parkour and say it's slow, because sometimes the parkour you're looking at is a non-sprint jump or a non-sprint run. So right there, that's a pretty meaty bit of parkour there. I saw a good question earlier about whether I like Bassam or not. I do like Bassam. He feels much different, though, than he feels in Valhalla, which I think you can look at that and say, I wish he was more similar. Here's a little look at the map. We were told to pretty much stick to the path and not really experiment that much in terms of side content. I was not able to see accessibility settings, no. Johnny Silverhand asks if it's not Unity level parkour. No, definitely not. How was it escaping enemies? That's a great question. I'm gonna speed forward here. This is safer. Pretty sure I eliminated all things I'm not supposed to show. Let's see. What was my question again? Oh, escaping enemies. Okay. So let's be careful here. This is my favorite escape. All right. It doesn't like going backwards. Okay. So this is after the black box mission. No spoilers. I was very bad at tools because I was jet lagged. So here you can see I'm in the middle of an enclosed area. I could have quick thrown that smoke bomb. I decided to aim it and throw it. So here I am, trying to escape. Finally, I click the sprint button. Now I'm moving at full speed. I'm full alert. I'm escaping. See, it's like right there. I'm not moving as fast as I wanted to move. And honest to God, I can't tell you if it's because I needed to click sprint again or if that's how fast it is. I want to say it's because I didn't have sprint clicked. So right now we're just escaping. It feels like I should have broken line of sight, but I didn't. Ran into some more guys. I went ahead and took out those two guys right around the corner. Broke line of sight. So here, I think I was just looking for a bench. Oh, sorry, there. Now it was blinking. Y'all saw that, right? With the eye. Let me scoot that back a little bit. The eye is blinking. And then I blend in. But I think I was already, like, I had it well in hand. So there you go. That was the escape part of it, which felt nice. I have another escape later on my way to the contract mission. So I get into a fight. How about we look at some combat first? So this man, I just decided, hey, let's try some open combat. Is the map design repetitive? I don't think I played enough of the game to answer that. Honestly. I didn't ever think that while I was running around the world. So right there was kind of funny. This is a chain assassination. If you use tools in this game, it makes combat really easy. Even though I didn't really use tools that much. Also, I was feeling very much like in a particular mood about stealth. Like I was going to take out guys, pick them up, hide their bodies. Does Eagle mark player enemies you can see through walls? Yes, it sure does. Yeah. So there's the token system. I really didn't play around with the token system a lot, but there's other creators that have a lot of good info, like Andy Reloads explained the tokens pretty well. So yeah, look at that. I got slightly seen. He came to investigate. It didn't fully expose me to everyone in the camp. Thank God. Like, that used to happen all the time in Valhalla to me. So here I use the whistle. The whistle is in the game. But this guy didn't want to come. He didn't fall for the bait. So I was like, okay, we'll fight. Okay, so here's a look at some combat. These guys are just like Iron Curtain, baby. You cannot get past it. So I decided to throw, what was that? I think my smoke. And then I was like, what am I doing? Let's just run away. So I believe that's full sprint speed right there. Fun little jump animation. That was reminiscent a little bit of Unity. You know, that unsafe jump swing you can make. And then it shows you your last seen position. So that's what you guys are seeing behind me. I threw another smoke to break line, but they saw me immediately afterwards. And then that was just ugly as hell. That looks like somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. Okay, so at this point, I think if I were to do that over again, I would have tried to take one of those alleyways and then find some people to blend with. And I think I was trying to hide in that little corner, but I couldn't. And then hiding in a bush. I don't think Constantinople's in the game, but I don't know. I have no idea. As far as I know, it's Baghdad. And then some surrounding areas. Let's actually look at the map. That's a good point. Actually, I don't remember where my map gameplay is. When did I open the map? Maybe at the start of my open-ended sesh. Here's probably the extended look at the map, I want to say. It is dense, though, guys. Like, this is a dense city. It was really cool. Oh, I guess I didn't look that much. Okay, well. Yeah, I wish I got more of a look at the loop of escaping. Oh, here's a good look. Okay, so this is the first mission. I started very stealthily. So yeah, let's actually kick it off from the very start here. Look at that. I thought that was a sick animation. Immediate, just to the throat. So that right there, that animation felt a little slow for my taste. But also, sometimes I think back and I'm like, is that just leftover Valhalla angst? I don't know. But I think the game was good. Yes, absolutely. Can you walk in the game? Why is this even a question? I think so. So many questions about walking. How far into the story did I get? I got a decent. Oh well, not really. I did the first target, which is a black box mission. I played the first 30 minutes, literally from the time you hit start game. Then they skipped me ahead. I played another 30-minute chunk from the intro, I would say. And then after that, I played about 2.5 hours. Right? Yeah. 2.5 hours, the black box mission. Sort of once you're established in Baghdad. Sure. I think you can walk. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know if there was any mention of Byzantines. I just want to let this gameplay play to show you some of the detection in action. So, like, you're able to move around pretty stealthily, which felt really good to me. Is there good HUD customization? I have no idea. I didn't even look at that. The only hand-to-hand combat that I saw was before Basim gets his hidden blade. There were some assassination animations. So right there, I was trying, I think I was just impatient, but he immediately saw me. I was trying to wait until he moved. So here's a good look at the escape loop. Right there, I did a classic Assassin's Creed thing, try to get out of the window. It didn't work out. They immediately ran the bell. There's like 20 guards here. I was like, okay, well, this sucks. Oh, you can parry projectiles. See, this is the stuff you don't even... that doesn't even occur to you, while at least me, while I'm playing. Watching my gameplay back, I learned so much. Look at all these people. This is awful. Can't remember what I did here. Okay, so here we go. That's my last known position. I tried to, but it kicked me out. So it's like they saw me go in. I'm not sure how they saw me go in on the opposite side. I don't know if that was working as intended. Man, this is some sloppy gameplay. Can you moonwalk? Just like Michael Jackson. You can moonwalk. I saw a question about black box missions. What are black box missions? That's when the game gives you a target but doesn't tell you how to get to the target. You sort of have to figure out that part of it. So I'm not sure I want to show much of the black box mission in this stream because it's spoilery. Ugh, I didn't do the counter to instant kill. I don't think I did it like once. I'm so annoyed at myself. I was trying to... God, what am I doing right now? I must not even be paying attention. Oh, you know what? I let myself die. That's what happened. I was so just like, I want to do it the quote-unquote right way, if that makes sense. So I decided to just scrap that attempt. Oh, here's some cool throwing knife footage. Is social stealth useful in general, or is it there because it's there? That's a great question, and something I was really critical of UB on Valhalla, because I felt that social stealth was just there because it's there. And it was there in the most surface level way. Okay, let's skip ahead to the Harbor Master, actually. Oh, wow. Did I reload again? Holy crap. I was really not playing well. Okay. So here we are coming up across your first target, which leads you to the black box mission. This is kind of cool. You'll be able to see sort of the escape loop and so on and so forth. But yeah, I don't think I got enough time to properly test social stuff. Black box, is it more like AC1's linear path, or are there alternate ways to reach the assassination target? That's really the question. This one felt very linear in that you had to do XYZ to draw your target out, but then how you proceed from there, I think, was up to you. Have I noticed cloth physics? They really add to immersion. I agree. Let's watch here. So right there, that it didn't feel like the cloth. Yeah, you know, I don't know. A little bit. I think they're fine here. I think they could certainly be better. So right there, I did a pretty dumb, you know, panic assassination. And then I hid behind this crate, and they didn't see me. And I was, like, kind of stunned. Is the double assassination available? No. You know what? We'll go back to this part. Sorry, I'm going to flip forward to specific gameplay that shows you. Not in the game. Yeah. Okay, so here's a look at double assassination, or lack thereof. So these two guys right next to each other, kind of this goofy thing where it's like, I saw you, but then you have that tiny little window where you can immediately get that assassination in. Okay, so let's go back to the Harbor Master here. Yeah. Can you flick your hidden blade whenever you want? I did not test that. Game loses FPS randomly. This is not the final build of the game. I went to France myself and played. So yeah, it's. I feel like people don't get how game development works. Not that I like completely understand it, but like I played a build that was not final. Does the parkour flow well whilst playing? I think it does, as long as you're cognizant of your sprinting at all times. Make sure you're always sprinting and then making the right, you know, jumps and moves. That was a nice dodge there, if I do say so myself. Yes, if you're like making the right jumps and trying to keep up your momentum as much as possible, I think it can look very good. Is there hidden blade combat? I don't think so. I think the only combat in the game they told me is sword and dagger. So here I was trying to actually jump in this closet, but the game made me go up. So that was sort of an instance of wonky AC stuff. Or maybe it was a misinput. Is the game too much like Valhalla? This is interesting. Because I think it feels like Valhalla in some ways, but not in the overly offensive ways, at least for me. I think it's certainly... there's a cat in here. I think you can look at this game on the outside and say, those are the same animations. And I almost feel like it doesn't even bear repeating, but like this game, Valhalla only came out a short while ago. This game originated as a DLC. So it makes sense, given those facts, right, that this would share at least a similar look and a lot of the same animations, but some of them were redone. Like they completely redid the vaulting animation. That right there, I think that's the exact same. That is a reuse animation from Valhalla. Do I think that Baghdad can become the best AC setting ever? That's tough. I don't think that's a very high bar. Why is there an attack bar under the health bar? That's stamina. So you can run out of stamina, which is like Valhalla. There is a notoriety system. I feel like an idiot. I did not really explore it. You can turn off health bars. Also, it's kind of a funny nitpick. The original game had health bars. It had health squares. Is it multiplayer like Brotherhood? No. Not get this expecting multiplayer. Not there. Here's a little demonstration that you can't parkour absolutely anything. There are certain walls where Basim will just jump off. Like right here. What I was trying to do here was a side hop. I was trying to get him to jump on the tarp to the side. Then I was like, huh. And then it's like he would side hop, but he wouldn't go all the way. Kind of weird. I like squares more than bars. That's a good answer. Let's see. Can I show skills? Yeah, you know what? There was a section here where let me show tools though. I'll show skills, but it just happened upon tools. Let's look at tools for a second. Tools, very happy with, even though I barely use them. But I thought that this was really cool. So each tool has sort of a tiered system where you can choose one skill from each tier. But you have to unlock them. So there's like still sort of that RPG creed seeping in, if that makes sense. But once you unlock the tier, you get the entire tier, which I thought was cool. I did not try the nostalgia filter. I'm seeing that question a lot. I did not. Is the friggin... Let me just scrub for a little bit, guys, to find the skills. Because there was a really good chunk where I just, like, spent a long time looking at... I looked at, like, every single one. Oh, I think I remember. Might be here. Yeah. Okay. So this is Fortress of Alamut when he's training. Oh, thanks, Tomographic. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Oh, I loved tools and revelations. Huge. Okay, so here you go. Phantom, Trickster, Predator. Predator felt very Enkidu focused. Phantom feels very combat focused. And Trickster is tool focused. But yeah. There you go. There's like a kick, a counter roll, which is obviously very strong. Slow down time to throw knives, chain assassination, which I unlock later. Easier fall, an additional chunk to assassin focus for your focus bar. A lot of assassin focus based stuff. Yeah, I really just kind of... So some of these I will say, here's a little criticism. Some of these I don't think should be unlockables. I think like having an extra tool like pouch, you know what I mean? Sorry, I do think they should be unlockables. I don't think they should be skills. It kind of throws me off sometimes when devs do that. Because that's something that I feel like I should just unlock naturally over the course of the game. You know, like Basim just becomes a better assassin, so it's like he can do that. Can you remove the hood? I don't know. That unfortunately is going to be my answer for a lot of things. Okay, let's not show that. That's a little spoilery. The costume option in my inventory was, I think I showed it earlier in the video. God, this training sesh with Roshan is so cool. This shows you some of the animation. Is there greater fall damage than Valhalla? I would assume so. How does this game affect LeBron's legacy? You guys. Okay, let's see. What else can I show you guys? Here, I spend a lot of time just turning detection on and off. Thanks for all the really nice "you're looking good" comments. I wasn't expecting that. Jeez. If I need some self-esteem boost, I just need to hop on stream. Basim is the same speed throughout, right? I think so. I'm making a... Actually, this isn't as interesting as... That's Black Box. Do this open-ended gameplay that I was showing you guys earlier. Okay, so I've hidden. Now we're going to the botanist. Okay. Yeah, I think Basim's the same speed. What would I rate the game out of the hours I played? God, that's so hard. I want to play more, and it has a lot of the old school sensibilities that I like. So I think it's very much a game tailored towards my interests from an Assassin's Creed game. So with all that in mind, I still think I'd just put it at an 8 or an 8.5. Do you know if there are any options to hold, sprint, or toggle? I don't know anything about like settings-based stuff. So right there, I was really annoyed at myself. I was trying to be sneaky and not get seen for this contract. Immediately got seen. I was just like, I suck. Uh-oh. Okay, I think we're reconnected. My computer just told me we disconnected. Okay. No, I don't think so. There's free run and free run down. I don't think there's free run neutral. No. Don't expect mechanics like from Unity in this game. Absolutely just don't. That's the wrong expectation. Mr. Kaw says it looks like the parkour is the same system as in Valhalla, which was pretty lackluster. I heard it feels good in this game. How do you feel about it? I think it feels good. I personally struggle with the way Valhalla would sometimes take me out of sprint. So I'd be running, and then I feel fast and good, and then I'll like parkour over something. And then when I, again, begin running, I wouldn't be sprinting for some reason, if that makes sense. Then it feels slow. I encountered some of that in this game. However, it could just be user error. I got to play 3.5 hours. How's the AI? The AI felt solid to me. In terms of detection, it felt like I was getting seen when I should have been seen. And which is like, that's like the freaking bedrock of stealth in video games. Like consistency. Like that's so important. So I was really happy with it. But I still think I need to play it more to like have a verdict. How does parkour down work? It's pretty much the same as Valhalla. The same as Valhalla. One thing, we already did this. One thing that is absolutely true is the way this city is designed. You can go from one side of Baghdad to the other for the most part, and I can't confirm that actually because I didn't explore all of Baghdad. Thank you, Michael, for the super chat. I'll answer that question in just a second, but you can travel this game mostly from rooftops. Like, if that is a want and a need for you, that is absolutely not something you could do in Valhalla. Just not at all whatsoever. Just so much land and space, and you had to use your mount. This game, you could just run it across rooftops, man. For the most part, in my experience. I didn't see all of Baghdad, but like the experience of being an assassin and running across rooftops in a hood, that shit is like potent in this game. So I was really happy about that. Okay, Michael's question. Is the game actually about assassins and Templars? I didn't see enough to, like, I think you can infer from what I played that that's true. But, so look at this. Look at the detection here. They kind of saw me, but it wasn't just full on, like, you're screwed, dude. You gotta run. Wasn't that great? Like, maybe they should have come by and, like, investigated me and forced me to move. But at the same time, I just can remember so many times from Valhalla skulking around trying to be stealthy and then getting seen, and immediately the entire camp is, you know, on alert. Not the case with this game from my experience, which is great. So yeah, city game feels good. I did not go outside of Baghdad. And I don't really know how big the map is compared to previous AC titles. I can tell you it's a city game. For sure. I did not see any graphic settings. Why can't they just copy parkour from Unity? That's a loaded question. But I think the answer is that it's been so freaking long. The way that Ubisoft, at least from my experience at that studio when I went, the way they are set up is with a development pipeline. Like, there is an overall idea and vision for every single game, and it goes through the pipeline. They are not going backwards. Don't expect that. This is an in-between game. Don't expect... They're going to take what they have in the previous game and add on to it. Right? Is there a skill tree? Yes. There is. Do I prefer this game over the RPGs, Jax? Absolutely. 100%. Yeah. So, essentially what you know, kind of what you're seeing here, let me back up. Sorry, I skipped a cool assassination. The big takeaways for me, I really liked that this game made me feel like an assassin, and that's the priority. That's absolutely true. So as an old school fan that started with the first game, I really appreciated that. Number two, this is an in-between game. So don't expect them to rip out the guts. This is between Valhalla and Back to the Roots. It's back to the roots, but it is within reason. Don't expect Unity. This is way closer to Valhalla with adjustments, with inspiration in terms of story and setting from AC1. So yeah, guys, I actually didn't want to make this stream that long. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for stopping by. If you missed something or you didn't hop in the stream at the very beginning, this video will be posted afterwards. So it'll be posted like a normal video on my channel. It might take a while to process, but that's going to be it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks again for joining me. I'll talk more about the game probably soonish, but don't expect it like immediately. But yeah, thank you so much